Hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. So the latest strong sell-off doesn't really change much because we already talked in the last update here about this support area that we need to watch if the price comes down. I think it was below $3.15. So far, no reaction, nothing bullish, and we need to talk about a potential continuation of the downtrend now. Yeah, so this latest push to the downside certainly has to lead to the consideration that the top could already be in. Yeah, let's talk about the different scenarios. So first of all, a bullish case, well, short-term bullish, because remember, our base case is still that we get another low. Yeah, so I've been tidying up this time frame here now a little bit, and we want to talk about the short-term bullish count that could still allow the net gas price to push higher. And then we talk about the bearish count that is supposed to happen anyway based on this scenario, which would be another bear market low, you could say, before a recovery starts. But nothing is decided yet. Yeah, so the market certainly, I mean, net gas certainly doesn't make it easier. It certainly does not support a very bullish thesis at the moment, which means the idea that already a bear market low is already in, of course possible, but I would need to see further evidence for that. For me, there's still a lot of weakness here in this chart. We can see the price selling off again very aggressively. So let's talk about how the bulls can still turn this around. Well, it would be tricky. Very exotic count, I would say. I mean, obviously, we are talking here about the scenario that this is an ABC structure of a wave 4, which has still is, and that's at the moment still at least the expectation, should make another low in a wave 5. That's the base case. Now, in this scenario, we can still push a little higher as long as the price stays above $2.75. So the $2.75 level for me is quite important because a break below that would be a break below the 78.6 fib level and would rather lead to a failure of any further continuation. Why is that? Well, that's because this C wave can be counted as an ending diagonal. I don't think it's impulsive, so this for me is an ending diagonal. With the wave 1, 2 already done, we would basically be in a third wave now. But I have to tell you, I mean, this is getting very exotic. So I don't really, I'm not leaning towards, I'm starting to lean more towards the idea the top might be in. But I would like to see a few more days of price action. In this scenario, it could still do the third wave now. But the third wave would be obviously an ABC structure. We talked about that before. But the C wave would be an ending diagonal. And this is where you have an ending diagonal. In an ending diagonal, this is where it's getting very unlikely. And that's why I say I'm starting to lean towards the idea that we might be coming down already, because in a diagonal, I want the C waves to be impulsive. And this isn't. Yeah, this is broken down too early. So the thing is, I could make the case to say, okay, we've got in this C wave an ABC structure in wave 1. So this would be a wave 1. We're now coming down in a wave 2. And would then do a third wave next, and it would go higher like that, right? But yeah, I don't like the idea anymore. It gets too complex. So I'm not favoring that idea anymore, I have to say. Okay, there's just been too much downside pressure now, and I want to see what happens to the $2.75 level next. But there is still a pathway higher from here. Yeah, as I said. It's just that at the moment, first of all, in the short time frame, there's no sign that this downtrend is over. So we want to see what it does when it reacts to $2.75, and below that level, we've got the channel boundary line. If that breaks, $2.14 are the next target, and then it should come down here to around about $1.50. So how would that short-term bearish count look like, which would lead to another low, which again is expected anyway, but it is still possible to push higher. But due to the bearish pressure that we've seen over the last week, I'm starting to lean to the idea we might already be in wave 5. So it's a bit of a wait and see now. Most important for me is that we've reached this sort of larger target area. that we've been waiting for months to be reached. Unfortunately, it didn't push much higher. It just sort of moved sort of into the lower half, and then seems to be getting some selling pressure now. Now, if this is already this sort of direct pathway to the downside, then so let me add the fibs to the chart. So how would that look like? So first of all, here we would say the wave 4 top is in, and the wave 5, that would be a 5-wave move. So I've been looking at 5 waves down now, which probably aren't complete yet. So it would be, change the wave degree in a minute, we would get something like this. So let me change the wave degree, and then we talk about the microstructures. So if this is now the 5th wave to the downside, then this here would be wave 1 of wave 5, okay? And if this is wave 1 of wave 5, then we might be dealing here with 1 of 1, wave 2 of 1, wave 3 of 1. Oh no, 1 second. Let me think. Yeah, okay, wave 3, wave 4. And then, yeah, we're probably in wave 5 of 1 now. And would have to look at a potential bounce soon as wave 5 of 1 is done. That could be nearly complete, but it might reach $2.75 and give us a bounce. Now that's where it's going to get tricky. But if that bounce is going to be corrective instead of impulsive, then we have some clarity, and I could add a potential resistance area or short trade area from here. That's going to be key, yeah, when we have, so we already can identify potential 5 waves down. This just doesn't look corrective, all right? So from that point of view, that's another reason why I'm starting to lean to the downside from here. It might be a bit early, that leaning, but I can confirm that further as soon as we see the structure of the bounce. If that's corrective, the 3rd wave down should be quite aggressive. So that's best I can tell you right now with the price data we have. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 and regular stocks updates, then check out our stocks and S&P 500 service. Link is in the video description. And yeah, have a great start to the week. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.